Bonjour mes amis! Today's video is going to be about the making of this. Well, you can't really see it yet, but this green bustle. The first part really is just the painting of the painting. Well, I actually did this drawing after I had made the green bustle. The reason being that I just sometimes do that, and I was also trying out my new gouache that I got. I think this one is from Winsor and Newton. I can't remember. Anyway, I think this gouache is pretty good. I used to use the Miyahime gouache for some time, and I hated it because it was extremely water. It could be activated by water extremely easily, and it kind of caused a lot of problems because I would paint something and then I would accidentally get something wet and then it would rub off. And for this one, I feel like it's not a huge problem. And also I felt like the other one, it was really hard to layer the colors and stuff would just get muddy and stuff like that. So I really like this a lot better, and I think I will put the link down below, and I'll also put down the link. Well, I mean, to be honest, I think a lot of people have heard of the Miyahime gouache, because it's pretty affordable. And here Strex is being really patient. Sometimes he sits like that when I'm having language classes, which I have over Skype and stuff like that. And he's really the best dog ever. I know he's a very special dog. I don't know whether he likes sitting like that, but he doesn't mind it, and I know a lot of dogs don't like that, so I really love my dog. Anyway, as you can see, I'm just painting. There's not much to say about it. I don't know whether I would say I can draw very well. It's alright. I'm taking a portrait class soon, and I hope my drawing skills will improve from that, because I can't paint portraits. My portrait consists of 2 dots for the eyes and a smiley face. It is really bad, but I think this went all right. Anyway, now for the making of. So I didn't think to film this, but basically what I did was to sort of measure. So I sort of drew the top, and then I vaguely drew the bottom, or as much as I could to fit, so that and then I just tried to connect the dots, and then I would measure the sides. So I would measure this side to make sure that the side back, this is the right side front piece, side back would be the same measurement as this. So I will see if it works out. You will know. So I've had to basically piece the side back and the back piece, and the back piece is made of 3. And I've just checked that the side back fits. So it looks a bit strange, and to be honest, I'm not sure. I might have cut it out wrongly, but it's also because I've added seam allowance, because I have to sew these all together. But yeah, I have no fabric left. 0. So, ignoring the really obviously different sort of colored panel there, because it actually gets covered up by the bustle later, so it doesn't really matter quite as much. And then now I'm just really sort of pleating it however I want, with no measuring, because no measuring is my middle name. I'm just gonna pleat the back of the skirt however I want, and then this is now me working on a bustle. So I kind of cut out the the longer piece eventually. I think I'm using the truly Victorian pattern, which I will link down below. But yeah, this was my first time using it, and I sort of wanted to do a short bustle because the first sort of reason, and pretty much the only reason, is that I wear these clothes in daily life. Like I dress like this, you know, going everywhere except maybe like to sports, because that's kind of hard. So I needed something a bit more practical, and I really like the look of shorter bustles, and also in my mind it's less crazy than wearing a actual bustle. But really, from the looks that people give me, I feel like I may as well just go sort of full Monty and just kind of wear an actual bustle skirt, because it really but I do like it. I really love it. I think it's really flattering, and as you can see, to be honest, I feel like bustle skirts, you don't really need a pattern. I just bought a pattern because I felt like it gave me a little bit more comfort to know that, you know, at least this has been handled by someone who is professional and knows what they're doing, which is not me. So I sort of looked at a pattern and then did what I wanted. As you can see, I also put the bustle pad underneath. That is actually the bustle pad that I ended up using for this skirt. I will make another bustle later in this video, and that bustle I used for another bustle skirt. So yeah, so enjoy. I don't know whether that's better, but okay, you can see that there's a bow, so there is a bustle pad already under here, but I don't think it's quite enough, so I might do something to the back to make it just a little bit puffier. It is, oh crap, I just like stepped over my pins. I'll have to figure that out later, but I will probably leave this on dress form for maybe a day, or maybe till the end of the day, so that I can just figure a little bit more how I want to do this, because I've never done bustling before, and also I'm not even kind of using the pattern quite correctly because this is a short bustle skirt. And also I will probably need to get some kind of, I want to make it a bit longer, so I probably pop to wherever later and get sort of those big frilly frills that come sort of pre-done. I feel like I don't know what I'm talking about, but this is basically just the big bow. I don't know how I'm going to do this, whether or not I will actually just keep this, honestly, but the idea is that it will be joined on one side and then sort of joined on the other side, but then there will be like a little opening here where I can actually just get it on and off. And then the bow, I'm assuming, is going to be permanently stitched on, and then hopefully I'll be able to sort of bustle this a bit. I don't know what you can see, so I bustle this a little bit so that I can sort of maybe stuff polyfill into like the gap. I've been working on this all day and I'm a bit tired. So yeah, that's the plan. It's actually turned out alright. Oh yeah, as you can see, the skirt's sort of done. Yeah, it's turning out alright. So here I'm just kind of sewing everything in. I hand sewed pretty much everything because I felt like once I removed it from the dress form, I think stuff would sort of, pins would fall, the world would fall, and it would be really difficult to have kept the sort of pleats that I had on the dress. So here is the bow, and then I actually stuffed the bow too, so that it would sort of have that puffy shape. And so basically the bustle is puffed. It's already stuffed, and then there was a bustle pad that I wore underneath it to sort of give it that more bustly shape. But I think it's more of like a very late 1880s bustle, because it's not that bustly in the first place. But I think it's great. I liked it a lot.
So now I'm just overlocking. It's really just zigzag stitch and zigzag stitch the edge, whatever free edge there is, and then just turning it over. Also, a word on the padding. I think someone will probably be like, oh, that's not historically inaccurate. But the thing is, I wear these clothes in daily life. Like, so I want to kind of build in the cheats as well, because like I know myself, and sometimes I will be too lazy to wear a bustle pad, or I will find it too hot. So I'm just kind of building the cheats sort of within the clothing itself, sort of like a theater costume. I actually saw Rudolph, the musical, which is a Wildhorn musical, Frank Wildhorn musical about Rudolph, the crown prince of former crown prince of Austria, so Elizabeth's son, if you know who Sissy is, so her son. And anyway, Mary, Rudolph's love interest in the musical, there's a moment where she sort of wears her clothes after they've done some nighttime activities, and so she is wearing a natural form dress, and that dress has a sort of built-in bustle padding on the outside, and I was like, oh, I see. So yeah, I would say that my clothes are more historically inspired silhouettes with theater cheats, or just cheats in general built into them, because I know I'm lazy, and sometimes I can be bothered. Sometimes I like putting on all the layers, but that's usually if I'm going to be inside. If I'm going to be walking around, I do not want to have to deal with the elements, so to speak. So that is it. So I do not care about historical accuracy, because I am not trying to make historically accurate. I do not have a ball to go to where I need to make it historically accurate. So yeah, I don't really care about historical accuracy at the moment, because of how I'm wearing all these clothes. I think, when I move to the UK, and when I start participating in balls and stuff like that, then yeah, I will care a little bit more. But for now, I do not. So if you are going to just I sound really defensive, because I'm pretty sure everyone's really nice. But if there's anyone who goes, yeah, it's not necessarily accurate, I don't care. Peace.
So now I am actually going to show you how to make a pleating board. I didn't end up using the pleats that I made from this, because I felt like it didn't match very well with the skirt, so I didn't use them. But I thought I would just show you, because I think it's actually quite a cute method, and I actually did end up using I did end up using the pleats that I made, because it's not that much. I used some of the pleats for an upcoming project that I will hopefully show you guys soon. Used it for the hat. So didn't all go to waste, but basically a pleating board is pretty easy. You fold. I use these sort of really thick cardboard that you can probably find, and then you can see my friend's feet there. So yeah, I bought this cardboard at local art supply store, and I think you can find it anywhere really. And then I just sort of scored it, drew sort of lines to mark out the places equally, and then scored it, and then sort of pleated it in a way that I wanted. So it was actually pretty easy. And then after I scored it, I just sort of taped one end, sort of bound one end really, so I could slot the fabric in and, you know, do whatever I wanted with it later. So yeah, it was pretty easy, I would say. I would probably, I think for bustle skirts, they have a wide sort of range and variety of pleat widths, but this one that I chose was a lot thicker, and maybe that contributed to why I didn't like it, but and why I felt that it didn't really fit with the dress. But you can see here I'm using the Worth book as a paperweight. I love this book, and one of the reasons why I love it, other than the fact that it's gorgeous and it's so inspiring, is that it's really heavy and I can use it as a paperweight. So yeah. So I haven't really been updating, but okay, first I made these pleats from a pleating board, which is here, but I am not going to use them because I pinned them on a skirt and I absolutely hated it. So that is the update. That is not really an update. Like every time I take a video of this, it's just like a mess of black, and you can't really see, I think, because of color, but I tacked down a little bit. You can see the apron front, so this is tacked down a little bit, as you can see in the front and actually at the sides, so it will kind of scoop down sort of naturally. And yeah, so you tack down the sides because I tried tacking down the middle and I hated it because it looked like it was tacked down. And I'm going to sew the remaining of this braid, like literally this is how much braid I've left. I have left. And I've used everything on it. I'm just gonna sew on this braid by machine because I can't really care at this point. I basically found like the fabric that I was looking for, which is these like pre-ruched, I don't know what you call this, like I guess people use this to make crinolines, like underskirt sort of thing. I found it at Spotlight, so I just cut out a little piece. It's sort of rounded at the edges that you can see, so it's kind of, it goes this way. And yeah, this is going, and I'm gonna sew it to this, and it's going to be my bustle skirt thing. Yeah, because I'm not going to do anything else. I still have to work on that because there's a lot of there are a lot of issues with it, let's say, and I still have to figure it out. So I'm just gonna sew this on to this guy and be done with it. So yeah, brilliant idea. Hi guys, hello again. I have just finished my bustle skirt thing, as you can see. I like it a lot. I will say that I did not follow the Truly Victorian pattern exactly, but I do like how it turned out. I think I will sort of try and play around with the different sort of variations that I can with a little bustle. I will definitely make this again, probably for another skirt. I like how short bustle skirts look. It's also a lot easier for me to move around. I just came back actually from going out with my friend. We went to eat and then we walked a lot. I think I walked like 5,000 steps, which is not a lot, but it is a lot for going out, like, you know, when I'm dressed up like this. So I don't know why I'm holding my camera lens, but anyway, yeah, I don't have much to say about this video, except for the fact that I did like it a lot, and I'll definitely make one again. I'm using a bustle pad underneath this. It's not a very big bustle pad. I will actually put a photo of it here, but so it's like bustle pad and then the extra padding from the bustle. So the bustle itself is padded, so the apron bustle is padded, but I think it's sufficient for me, and it's not heavy, it's not, you know, it's not in the way. I took a tag, I took a Uber to the restaurant and I took an Uber back and it was fine. Walked around, everything was fine. Anyway, sorry I cut myself off there. sorry to myself for cutting myself off. I don't know. But anyway, I ended up talking about some things that were a bit misleading, so I just cut it out completely. Anyway, I really like this project. It was my first foray into bustle making adventures, and I really adored it. I wore it so many times. You have no idea. And what am I showing here? Oh, the bow. It's kind of cute. But yeah, I like this a lot. I wear it, have worn it, will wear it. And I hope you liked the video, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.